We already are. You just gotta. It all starts at your fingertips. If your fingertips is inclined to type in, okay, does my age matter? And your ass might find a video with Kevin Samuels telling you that, yeah, it do. If your fingertips is leading you the way, says, does my weight matter? Your ass might find. I think it's a case of fucking around and find out. And people finding out that the algorithm don't care about your feelings. It's just gonna put the content that's well optimized to what you're searching for. And once it get a hold of it, like Trev said, then now you're down in the rabbit hole. Because there's a thing that you didn't account for. Suggested content. You may agree with that first video you typed in, but this creator has many other videos that you may not agree with. So it's a fucking case of fuck around and find out. And it's no different than the Holy Bible. You'll read a scripture. Oh, is a woman supposed to be beautiful? Oh, I like that. If you find out if your ass keep reading, it's going to tell you ain't supposed to eat all that shit you eating and getting fat. Now you want to say it's toxic. It's a hard case of fucking around and find out. And it's completely what Sweeney said. You can sit here bragging on social media. All this stuff that's on social media was happening in the world before. You're just now able to see it. And because you're able to see it, it's because it's how you're using your fingertips. It's all about what you're typing in first. And once you type it in, you open up a gateway to other things. And those things resonate with you. They resonate with the viewers. The algorithm is well optimized to be able to put the right content in front of you based on what you say. And now it's done got sophisticated to the point where the stuff you're talking about, you can be talking next to your cell phone about, damn, I need to lose weight. And you get on a weight scale. And you fuck around, open up your phone, you might have a waist trainer there for sale or some shit, or some pills, some weight loss pills. It's all about, it's just catering to what resonates with you. So if you find yourself with a video saying, hey, look, am I too old today? Or why do men don't want to date me? Then the content creator that got the most views and that's well optimized for search engine or suggestion is going to be right in front of your face. And you just going to have to swallow that hard pill or get your ass off social media.
I'm going to say this to Marcus and Ali's point. Something that's been in the news the past 2 weeks. There's a basketball player, D1 basketball player, who just got a nail polish deal with Sally Hansen that has been around since we were children. Right? So it's been around, I don't even know when that company was established, but that was like the very first nail polish company that I knew of when I was young, right? And before a woman got a deal, before a female basketball player, Angel Reese or anybody else got a deal playing NCAA basketball, a black man got a nail polish deal, right? And so we're left with these type of things and agendas that are being pushed, and I believe from social media, right, within our community, because you're not going to see Travis Kelce with no nail deal. You're not going to see you're not going to see Borrow with no nail deal. You're not going to see any major hockey players, white hockey players or soccer players with no fingernail polish deal. But somehow within our community, we think it's cool and it's accepted. I agree with Marcus and Ali was saying within our community, there's certain things that we allow through social media, certain agendas that are being pushed, certain things that other communities do not allow, that are like, you're not coming over here with that. And it is what it is. We don't care. This is the standard that we have for our children and our influenced young minds. They keep them protected, but somehow within our community and through social media, we allow the malarkey. And it is an agenda. And if you sleep, your children will be exposed to it. We can do what all we want to do. My parents, I came from a 2-parent household. They pumped into us spirituality, God, morals, values. At the end of the day, my parents had to trust that all four of us would go out into the world and hold steadfast to what we learned at home, because we were there with what? The world, other children, teachers that could have imprinted whatever they thought that we should have, a way we should have thought, other parents, coaches, all of us played, all of us were athletes. The world could have influenced us before. So it was no Facebook when we were growing up, right? So the world was there to influence us outside of what our parents taught us. But because our parents were like, this is what it is, and there's nothing else past this is what it's going to be, we understood that, and we had a barrier up to our minds whenever we went outside. But these children through social media and through the regular media are getting infiltrated with so much. And I feel like our community is number one on the infiltration list. They're number one.
We lead the households with single family households, and that's the reason why that man was trying to keep his woman off of from following certain content creators. When you said you got to lead,
marry her first.
The hopes that you're gonna be able to hold on to the teaching and the doctrine that your parents gave you. Well, that's the reason why we cover our children, or especially our daughters, who've been lately failing to use their discernment to make the decisions out here. So that's why, me personally, if I have a daughter, I'm gonna cover her from cover to cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of her until she get married. And
I'm talking about a man getting a nail deal. What about your son? So what about your son?
Casey, I think, to your point, I think that, in my personal opinion, I think that they're this based off observation. When I watch TV shows, they normally don't have any black men, masculine black men. When I look at commercials, they have a specific type of a relationship. It's a black woman and a non-black guy. When I look at shows that's coming up, so I always had this theory dating back to before LGBT was popularized, that it takes about 7 years for something to be introduced into the mainstream media before it becomes acceptable, and then from there it's like 5 years till it becomes normal. So right now, I think this is why I really don't like the division between black men and black women online. I think that people should discuss their personal issues with their personal relationship in their house with that other person and get to the bottom of that issue. But right now, it seems as though it's a strong attempt to effeminate the hypermasculine black man, put other men in that role as hypermasculine, because it's not really a fair comparison, which is why it's not really a fair comparison as far as how people view masculinity, which then allows the dating to change, and the future you see no masculine black men. The ones that are left will be effeminate or part of the LGBT community, and that has a desired outcome.
Well, that's why our men are arguing about us taking them on dates. And I'm not just saying our men only. So when I'm talking about black men, it's because I typically like to date black men at this point in my life, and that's why I'm talking about y'all, because I want you all to hear me, and I hope you respect, like Darwin said, like he's gonna protect his future daughters. I want you to all start thinking about protecting women, black women as a whole. And we don't have to be your family. We always want to protect our family, but if we see a black woman out here she drowning, and she'll get through it. That's how communities stick together. When I'm in my white community, if I have a problem, my neighbor will come and shovel my snow. Okay. If I'm in a black community, I'm gonna have to do it. I might have to do it myself. My black neighbor, his baby mama might have a problem with that.
You want a man to protect you? Why don't you get a black man to shovel your snow?
Well, a husband to shovel your snow. Because when you're single, now y'all want to say, listen, hold on, let me answer that question. See, here we go again. I have to get a familial protection. We only protect black women if they're in your family, if you're married, if you fucking them, or if they, you came out their womb, y'all came out the same womb, or you could go in the womb. But if you can't touch the womb, can't you get somebody to come in your womb? Oh, I'm sure I can. But the vetting process is the vetting process, and we don't want to push our women into things they that they're still developing. You know, we don't want to prematurely push me into a relationship that I'm still developing, or I'm still, you know, I can't, you know. And you're right. Maybe I can get a black man to come over here and do it. You go direct a few to come over here. I'm in Chicago. It snows a lot, so if you have any recommendations, I'll take them. I'm open to.
I'm praying for you one right now. You said you got 1,000 in line. I'm not gonna add to the fire.
Well, if you think you added your opinion, so you said, why don't I? So I thought you was adding.
You got 1,000 lined up. So I think you got enough to deal with.
If you're just prying into my personal business, and then you're not being
Stuff
helpful,
that you invited
conversation
that out.
there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got to the bottom of it.
You stated those things. I never tried to go into.
And you said you're not willing to help, and you are a black man. So
that's
all. That proves my point.
Hold on. I think Ruth trying to say
something. I wasn't willing to help you.
My point, because I said, you said go get a black man. I said, you're a black man. You have any suggestions? You said
I'm suggesting.
I can't help you.
Hold on,
that's exactly the point I was trying to make. That when you go to a black man, hey, why don't you get somebody who's fucking you to do it?
Ali, go ahead, get Ruth in there.
Ali, I just wanted to respond to you. I have a different experience when I got more in touch with my feminine side. Like, people do nice things all the time when you present, act, behave feminine, and then I also had to learn how to have a general respect for black men. You have to see their value inherently. Like, you got to value them for them to come at bat for you. It's been so many times my car was stuck. It was always a black man, with one exception, that came to help me and helped me start my car. Imagine, like, many years. They always coming through. They always helping. Even a young black guy saw me carrying a case of water when I used to do like side hustles. Young ones too. I was very surprised. Helped me pick everything up. They carried things for blocks and blocks. And it's just like, I don't know if it's like an energy that we have to like give off, but I had to. It wasn't natural to, like, because I know by the time I was 18, I already thought all men were cheaters, all men were liars. That's how I was spit out in the system. But I had to have my own experiences, and I had to realize, like, maybe they are lying about our black men, and they're all not like that, and we need to get to know them. And if we give them the benefit of the doubt first, they can show us something differently. So I'm just presenting that to you, that it takes a lot of women don't have a general respect for men.
I agree with you, Ruth. I would say changing your mindset, and I think that's applicable for men and women. If we change our mindset and our expectations, and you have a different energy, you can get a black woman to do a lot, and you could get a black man to do a lot. It's really just how you come off in your energy, and also like being grateful and appreciative, because don't nobody got to do shit for you. So I think we both can. Each side can get what they want from each other. It's just like how we present it, right? And how we come off. Because I know sometimes when you want something so bad and you feel like you're getting slapped in the face, it can subconsciously change our energy. And I think especially as us women, black women, we're very strong and independent, and we kind of take on this energy. I don't want to say masculine energy. It's an energy that we sometimes take on as a defense.
We got time for that.
Like a defense mechanism energy. That's what we gonna call it, a defense mechanism energy. But I think once you release that and just be like flowy, then like, you know, you get better results from both men and women, and then it just trickles down. But
okay, I just want to reply that to y'all real quick.
Can I say one more thing? Go ahead. I and sometimes I get a little bit offended, because it's like, if I had to do this transformation, but the men don't have a general respect for women, that's why we can't hear you guys. That's why I always try to communicate. If you guys gave us the benefit of the doubt, a general respect, when we see every time y'all go to bat for each other, but when you don't give us the credit or you don't do little things, we notice that, and it makes us like, okay, now I gotta go back and defend the women no matter what. And not to say no matter what, but like first, and then I can see from your side. So if men did the same thing and had a general respect for women, I think we will get closer to the solution.
Yes, Ruth. Yes.
Thank you so much, Ruth, for that.
That was good,
Ruth,
girl.
you hit it right on the head.